About 5 years ago, I was asked to do a reality TV show in Hollywood. And I was given 12 individuals that I was to change their life in 2 hours each. That was a challenge. And one of them was brought to me who was told, some was very young, that he had no capacity to learn, and he had a poor memory, and he was not very bright. Everybody said he would never go very far in life. So he ended up working as a janitor in his life. He always believed that he couldn't remember things, he had a poor memory, poor thinking process, etc. He was challenged by this, but he never believed that new possibilities could happen. So I had the opportunity to spend 2 hours with him. And he kept saying, I have a bad memory, I have a weak mind, I can't think very well, I do. So I asked him a new question. What is it you remember? What is it you never forget? Where do you have a great memory? He says, I don't. But where do you have it? We found out that he actually had an incredible memory over everything that's ever happened to him relative to his family and the people he cared about. He didn't remember things like in mathematics or reading or studying, or any of those things. Those weren't highest on his values. Family was highest on his values. So when I asked him, where do you have an incredible memory? Where do you have incredible intelligence? At first he denied it, but then he started looking. He started uncovering and realizing that he had an incredible memory, had great knowledge about his family. He knew everything that had gone on between him and his family all his life. So he was not lacking great knowledge and memory. He just was comparing it to what he thought it should be. See, every human being has a set of values and priorities. When they're living and acknowledging their highest values, that's where their genius is. That's where their mind's at greatest capacity. That's where we remember things. That's where it goes into long-term memory. So what was highest on his values is his family. So that's where he was a genius. But he was comparing his life to everybody else's expectation, what it was supposed to be, his academics and these other things. So in case you're not acknowledging the magnificence of what you have, in case you're not thinking you're intelligent, you might be thinking you're stupid. You're not in the areas of your highest value, but you might perceive yourself being not as bright in those lower values. So make sure you identify what's really important to you, what your highest values are, what's really you, and realize that is where your genius is, that's where your greatness is, that's where you're going to shine, and give yourself permission to fulfill that. Prioritize your life that way. If you do, you won't think you're stupid or something's wrong with you.